Samsung manufacturing for Apple? Yes, if you didn't know already, Apple has hired not one but two companies to manufacture their new A9 CPU. These two companies consist of TSMC and Samsung. Now, just because there's two manufacturers, you would still think Apple would make both chips the same size. However, the TSMC chip is 104.5 millimeters squared. And on the other hand, the Samsung A9 chip is only 96 millimeters squared. A lot of product reviewers and consumers have been testing these two iPhones and making sure that they perform the same or at least relatively near the same. One of the ways to check if you have a Samsung A9 chip or a TSMC A9 chip is by downloading Lydia. By launching Lydia and running the app, you can find out different serial numbers for the hardware in your iPhone, and by comparing those serial numbers, you'll be able to tell if it's Samsung or if it's TSMC. I'll go ahead and leave the serial numbers for the iPhone 6s here and the iPhone 6s Plus here, so you'll be able to compare the two because they're different. You'll be able to find out if you have a Samsung or if you have a TSMC. And putting up on the screen now, I'm going to go ahead and show you different statistics on basically Geekbench runnings of the difference between the Samsung and the TSMC A9 chip. Now, although in 3 of the 4 categories it shows that TSMC performs better, that doesn't necessarily mean it will in the real world. Running these applications like Geekbench, sorry guys, is a little different than real-time usage because basically what these programs do is they just max out your CPU and they calculate how long it takes for your battery to lower to the certain percentage that the app is set at. This isn't really a good way to check and see which one's better because your CPU is not going to be running at 100% all the time. Apple released a statement regarding the difference in chip size. They mentioned that in real-world use, the difference would only be about 2 to 3%. Now it's up to you to define whether that means something or not.